Hey, you are listening to the All In Networker podcast. This is Dan McCabe, and today I'm going to be talking about extreme ownership as part of day 5 of this 90-day run that I am going on. So we're going to talk about that, and frankly, I needed this message today. I needed it today. So anyways, we're going to jump in. I'll give you some updates. We'll talk about the concept a little bit, and this is an important one. It's everybody needs to do it in all facets of life. So let's go. Hey, what's up? What's up? This is Dan, and today. It's interesting. So I'm reading the chapter here, not the chapter, the worksheet on extreme ownership, which is day 5 of the All In for 90 challenge. I remember when I wrote this page back when I put together the workbook, and at the time I just read the book Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but it's a really good book. It's about a couple Navy SEALs kind of talking about how they managed leadership when they were overseas while they were at war, and what it was like being a Navy SEAL. But it's a really good book with a lot of wisdom in it about extreme ownership and taking extreme ownership for all of the results really in your life, which we have to do because our results are the reflection of decisions we made previously, right? So, I mean, every single day we're making new decisions. The future results, we need to own them. We can't try to put them off on somebody else. It's so easy to make excuses. It's so easy to blame other people. And this is actually a concept I talk about a fair amount with my own personal business coach, because in my life, I have taken extreme ownership of everything. And there are times, and she's constantly trying to talk me down a little bit because I think she believes I take it to an extreme ownership. Sometimes when there's certain things that aren't in my control, but I put that on my shoulders as well because I feel like, well, they weren't in my control. They should have been in my control. I put myself in the situation to not have those things in my control. So it's a kind of a interesting concept, and I guess I'm just kind of talking out loud, having my own personal therapy session right here with you guys, that I know that there are certain things that I can't let weigh on my shoulders as much as I do, but at the same time, I can't help but think back. I can't help but think back to the decision I made 6-7 years ago or whatever it was that led to the way something is right now, and being like, well, I made this decision back then, and this is the result of that, and therefore it's on me. So I know I need to give myself a little bit of grace sometimes. I'm not always the best at it. I blame myself for anything that doesn't quite go right in my life, and that's kind of the funny thing too. And I guess I haven't thought about it like this before, but I don't blame myself necessarily for the things that go right. And a lot of things go right too. I'm really hard on myself, and I know that there's a lot of people listening to this that are probably like that as well, where it's really easy to blame ourselves and get down on ourselves for the negativity. And at the same time, something really, really good can happen, something amazing can happen, and we don't give ourselves the credit that we deserve for that. So extreme ownership can go two ways, is I guess what we're kind of getting at here. You need to own negative results. You got to own them when they happen. You got to hold yourself responsible, and you got to learn from those mistakes, and you got to move forward. At the same time, extreme ownership can work incredibly positively as well. And when things go well, give yourself credit and give yourself the applause that you deserve for making whatever it was go right. Make sure you own that as well. It is just as important as owning the negative. So in today's workbook, and it's actually an exercise I still need to do, it's talking about creating 3 positive affirmations of choices you are going to make to help propel you forward. And I needed the positive affirmations. So anybody who's been listening to this for the last week or so since I started, or they've been paying attention in the One Big Vision Facebook group, knows that I've kind of talked about some big highs and some big lows over the last week. And it is still a roller coaster. And today was kind of a combo platter of both. Some good things happened right away, and then there's just there's one kind of low thing that's just kind of dragging on me a little bit. It's like big sandbags on my shoulders, and really it might not even be a big deal. It's just I've got some business dealings that I've been working on for a while now, and I don't know how they're going to go. I feel like some things are in limbo, and at the same time, they're not in my control, and it's driving me crazy. It's driving me bonkers. I just want control, which I don't have in this case. So, I mean, tomorrow, I could get a phone call at 7:30 in the morning, man, boop, 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 all good. And that'll be that. And that's probably what's going to happen. But for some reason, it's just been dragging on me. It's been weighing on my mind. It's making it hard to do all the things I need to do. It's hard to have the focus that I know that I need to have right now during this 90-day run. So my plan is to clean that up over the next 2 days. I also have been working on a couple real estate projects that the cold weather pushed us back on just a little bit. So those are pretty good as well. So, it is what it is. They're not excuses. Decisions I made previously are resulting in those things that I need to do now. And such is life in the big city. We just deal with it and we move on. We still do our daily obligations, the promises we made to ourselves. And so I look at the worksheet right now. Did I give 100% today? Absolutely. I did give 100% today. It just happened to be on a handful of different things. Was I able to give 100% to the All In for 90 challenge? And not as much as I would have wanted to. But number of exposures today. Did I do that? Yes, I crushed that. I crushed it today. I did it. I fit it in between things that I was dealing with. Things I knew I had to deal with. I dealt with those, but in between on the phone, sending off videos, I did my exposures. I got those done. I think I'll sign up 3 people from today, which will be awesome. Fitness goal complete. Yes, I got to the climbing gym. I had a little bit of time to kill, which is weird because you never really should have time to kill, but I had a weird break in the action with no meetings is the way I should say it. And it was right after I dropped my daughter off at school. And so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to keep pressing forward. Like I've got a window right now. I can make phone calls from the car, but I'm going to go and get my workout in now. I'm going to go to the climbing gym because it's my favorite form of exercise. And so I went and did that. Personal development goal complete. Yes, I did that first thing this morning. I did a lot of personal development stuff early this morning. So if you haven't heard kind of how I work, I generally wake up between 5 and 6. I try to lean closer to 5 in the morning. I come down to if you're watching the video here, we've got a nice lower level of our house, and I enjoy it down here, and I kind of built it out to be like my ultimate man cave. I got a studio down here. I've got, if you look in the background, I got some cool baseball bats and a picture of Pele doing this is my man space. I mean, call it what it is. It's my man cave, so to speak. I've got a nice patio door that goes out to the patio, and I just enjoy it down here. This is where I spend a lot of my time. But I come down here around 5, 6 in the morning, and I do a lot of my replying to emails, replying to messages, replying to potential leads, things like that. I get a lot of leads that come in through our online marketing. So I do a lot of that. I communicate with some of my team and the VAs, and typically that's the only time I will communicate or exchange messages with my team. They know I'm going to be up that early, so they make themselves available. And we fire off, maybe it's like 10 minutes worth of messages, whether it's through some kind of messaging app or we hop on a quick call or do whatever we got to do. And then I don't hear from them again until the next day. And it works out really, really nice. So sometimes I might hear from them later at night with something fast, but not too often. Very, very rarely. We've got our systems down pretty pat. So anyways, day 5, extreme ownership. Man, I've got some stuff that's weighing on me, and I will deal with it, and I'll be fine. And as soon as it gets off my shoulders, you are going to know about it. But at the same time, everything I just said, I need to take extreme ownership of that as well. I wake up early. I got my exercise in. I got my personal development in. I fit in my exposures in between all the other craziness. I've built really cool systems with a team in place that handles it. I'll finish recording this podcast here, which is on a video, and I'm going to send it off to the team by tomorrow morning. Podcast will be loaded. The YouTube videos will be up. All the descriptions, all the hashtags, all the keywords, everything will be done. It'll be ripped into 3 or 4 different social media posts. These systems are really cool. I need to take ownership and give myself credit for that as well. So that's what I'm doing right now, doing it in front of you. And with that being said, I am going to sign off for today. I will be back. If you want to interact some, you can go to the One Big Vision Facebook group. Just look it up. And I do post in there every single day as well as these podcasts. So those are kind of the two main places I'm going to be, but I'll be interacting in there. So if you have questions or you need anything from me, you can go there. Otherwise, feel free to check out the allinnetworker.com website, danmccabe.com if you want to learn more about what it is that I do or working with me in the future. All good resources. So, all right. Appreciate you guys as always. And until tomorrow, I will talk to you then. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.